What is up, everyone? So, not really having a good day. This isn't gonna be a long session. I'm just gonna tell y'all what happened today and how today went, because it wasn't the job, it was people. And ironically, it wasn't really the people who I work with. So, let me see. Okay, I got a little bit. Okay. So I got there early this morning at around 4:40 something. I think like around 4:47. And I got there and no one was there but me and the, I guess, host is what you would call the person in the lobby. But the host was the only one there. And he was just chilling in the back. He came up front and he's just like, "Good morning. Hey, I didn't know you would be so early." And I'm just like, "Good morning." So this was my first day being a cook. I went over to the kitchen and the kitchen was locked. So I had to wait for the other girl to get there. Cheers. Which I had no problem, because I just went around, picked up like cigarette butts and trash and shit like that. I didn't really have a problem with starting a little bit later. So she gets there, and as soon as she gets there, she starts telling me about the lights and the switches and all this. Everything is on a switch. All the gas lines, they're on a switch. All the lights, they're on an individual switch. So she was showing me, you got to go to this breaker, turn on these. You got to go over here, turn on these lights. You got to go over here, turn on these lights. And then last, you go over here, turn on these 3 lights. There was so much going on in my mind, bro. The first thing that went through my mind, probably shouldn't have smoked before I came. Probably should not have smoked before I came. On my first day of doing something I've never done before. Regardless, I kind of just watched her do stuff, and she kind of showed me how to do stuff and all that, how they do stuff, and how much to make and all that, because we have a breakfast buffet. It's not come up and order, it's literally just come up and get what you want. Like, you could get a whole plate of eggs if you wanted. You could fuck me over. But it's funny because I ate breakfast and I never eat breakfast. But the girl I work with, she is super nice. She's super beautiful. I don't know, bro. I might be weird, but if a beautiful woman cooks, I gotta eat. I'm hungry, you know? If a beautiful woman's cooking, you know, that makes me hungry. And I watched her cook it. Cheers. Now I might get the comment, "Wow, you really need to get laid." Anyways, I'm getting completely off topic. But after we got done, or after she got done making breakfast and all that, what you do is you just wait around. You just sit around, check it every now and again, and cook more if needed, you know. Then at the end of the day, we save everything except eggs. Eggs are the only thing we don't save. Like sausage, biscuits, orange juice. Trying to think what else. Gravy, grits, shit like that we save. And that's all we cook, by the way. That's all we cook. Like, it's literally freaking easy, bro. It's freaking easy as shit. But I'm part-time maintenance, part-time cook. So while I was just sitting around waiting for something to do, I would occasionally walk around or ask my mom or ask the boss, like, hey, is there anything? And sometimes they'd say, yeah. Sometimes they'd be like, nah, not really. I went up to my boss and asked him, and he was just like, okay, yeah, I actually do. I need all these chairs stacked up. We go in this room, there's probably 60 to 100 chairs. I know that's a big difference, 60 to 100, but it was a lot of chairs. It took me probably like an hour to stack all those chairs. I'm sitting there, like, I got, like, it's cold, but, like, I've worked so hard that I have a little sweat. Like, I have a cold sweat running down. I'm sitting there taking an Instagram picture, like, oh, what's wrong with me? But anyways, get done doing that. Didn't do anything for a few hours. My mom wanted me to check a few rooms. And this is where the story starts getting a little bit like, okay, your day, I could see where the drop off was. But so she gave me a list, and I went and started checking the rooms. So one of the rooms, the people were cleaning. The housekeeping was cleaning. So I go in there, peek my head in, and I'm just like, just looking. And the housekeeper, which probably late 40s, early 50s, I don't know, maybe 60s, but she just gets like right in my face and she's like, it's clean. It's clean. And at first I was like, because like people usually don't like get right in your face when they talk, but I was just like, oh, okay, clean, whatever. I didn't take it offensively because she laughed at the end, so I was like, okay, whatever. Cheers. Get finished checking the rooms. I come back in and make sure we don't gotta cook any more food and all that. And then a few more hours go by. And I see my boss, and my boss is just like, hey, could I get you to move 35 chairs into this room? Which is a pretty big distance. I was just like, sure. And I didn't even think about how I was going to do it. Apparently, they make a dolly for chairs. I never knew that. I thought people... It literally doesn't make sense if you think about it, because a dolly's not tall enough to lift chairs, but they make a dolly for chairs. Yeah, it still took me about 4 or 5 trips, though, which kind of sucked. But 6 chairs are heavier than what they look like. Cheers. So I get finished with that, and my boss tells me like, okay, that's good. If your mom doesn't have anything else for you to do, you can go if you want. So I was just like, bet. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and I do work tomorrow, by the way. So I had that in mind. I was just like, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I work tomorrow. I know I'm gonna get off early tomorrow, but I kind of want to get off early today too. So I mean, it's the holidays. So I was just like, okay, I guess I'll leave. I call my dad. Or first I go to my mom and tell her. And she's just like, do you got a ride? And I'm just like, I'm not sure yet. And she's like, oh, okay. If you don't have a ride, you can wait till I get off and I'll take you. I was just like, okay, cool. Well, she gets off at like 3, 4, around that. Which isn't too bad because like I was told I could get off at around like 11:30. So yeah, 3 hours. It wouldn't have been that bad. But I called my dad because my nana, she took me to work early this morning. Early, like 4:30 on the dot is probably when we left. And plus she's sick because she got sick yesterday eating a salad. But I called my dad and he's like, sounds like he's struggling to answer the phone. He's just like, hello. I'm just like, hey, what are you doing? Working. Why? It's like, hey, I'm off work and I kind of need a ride. He's just like, okay, I'll pick you up at 5. I'm just like, no. I need a ride. You need a ride now? Yeah, I got off early, with holidays and all that, he's letting people off early. Well, I can't do anything. I don't know what to tell you. And I was just like, okay, well, I need to figure it. I said some shit because him and my grandma have some shit they need to work out. I said some shit about that, and he got mad at me. And it ended with, I'll see you tomorrow. But not like as an, I'll see you tomorrow, but like, I'll see you tomorrow. It's Thanksgiving. I'll see you tomorrow. Like, happy Thanksgiving. But, bro, I came back in. I went in the office. I sat down. Took a deep breath. Looked through my phone. Looked over at the candy. Looked over at all the Cokes and the Red Bulls and the Monsters. And looked back down at my phone. Put my phone back in my pocket. Got up and said, fuck that shit. Went around to the office part. I'm not the office part, but the front part. And told my mom, hey, do you have anything you want me to do? And she's just like, yeah, there's a few rooms. I mean, it's a lot of rooms. If you want to go check them. And I was just like, sure. Sure. If I'm gonna have to wait, hell yeah. Get paid and actually do something productive. Fuck yeah. Besides checking rooms is just going to the room, looking in, going to the bathroom, 1, 2, 3. Okay, all the towels are there. Just making sure everything's there. Just making sure it doesn't smell weed, smoke, anything like that. And just checking it off a list. But this is where the story gets a a little bit like, oh, okay, now I can understand why you might not had a good day. But so first of all, my dad was busy and we got in a fight. So I was kind of already a little bit irritated. So I'm walking around and I'm trying to be in a good mood. I got my mom to give me a map so I now don't have to literally, because it was like 27 rooms that I had to go to. And I was just like, I'm not walking all that way. So I'm just like, can you give me a map or something? Like, my ideal, and I had this ideal today, it's genius. Get a map on the back of a key card. Need it. I need that. But anyways, so I got my list, I got my map, I got my pen, and I got my vape, and I'm just in it, and I'm in a good mood. You know, I'm trying to get over the fight I have with my dad. You know, I'm just 103. Okay. I'm walking, and I get down to 103, and the housekeeping's down there. Something just told me, I have a feeling. Put the key card in, pull it out, open the door. As soon as I grab the handle and they hear it, they look over, and she's just like, it's clean. What are you doing? It's clean. I looked, and I'm just like, okay, thank you. Shut the door. Let's walk off. That was one room. One room. And you could say, Fred, you need to man up. Yeah, in some ways, yeah, I could have manned up, and I could have been like, I got a list. I'm maintenance, your housekeeping, do your own shit. Like, could have done some shit like that. I could have been a dick, and I thought about that afterwards, but it's not who I am at heart. That's something I don't think people realize. Like, I'm not the person at heart to just go off on someone. Like, maybe she was having a bad day. I don't know. Truth. But after that, I was like, fuck this. And I found a ride. How did I find a ride? I begged my nana to come get me. And when I go in there, I'm going to have to explain. If she could wrap her head around me doing YouTube and smoking on YouTube, and it wasn't illegal in Texas. Yeah. Yeah. It would be so much easier to do both. But anyways, she picked me up, and as soon as I got back home, I needed to use the bathroom. Once again, I had a weird feeling I should have used the bathroom before I left. But I got home, went to go use the bathroom, and I was a little bit in a rush. So, you know, I pull up my pants, and I just kind of like, you know, two finger. And this bitch, it goes, like, it does snap. Like, snap. I was like, motherfucker. But, yeah, that snapped. The toilet's broke. I broke the toilet. I'm trying to be fast with the story because she's probably literally in the hallway listening to me. Can you hear me? Maybe not. Worth a try. Worth a try. Anyways. My day was not too well, but tomorrow's Thanksgiving. And happy Thanksgiving, early Thanksgiving if I don't do a video, because I will be busy. Just, well, one, with my job, and then two, family. Because I have family who wants to see me, and different sides of family and all that good shit. But as always, be sure to spread nothing but peace, love, positive vibes, and as always, peace out. And pool maintenance sucks in the winter. Peace.